Hi, I'm Emily Beachy, the Creative Director for Heartfelt Creations, and today I'm going to share some techniques with you using our Sweet Serenity collection. And with this collection, the first thing we're going to do is I have this main image stamped, and I'm going to show you how you can effectively cut it out with maybe a basic die that you have without chopping off the flowers on the side. And you can see that on this completed sample, how I've cut that out in the circle, and you've got those flowers still sticking beautifully. So when you're cutting out a main image that does not have a coordinating die, just position the die you're wanting to use right on top, and you'll see that I have a flower sticking out over here and over here. So what I'm going to do is I see it's coming up in here, and I'm going to make a mark right here on my paper, and I know that my blade is about right in here, so I'm going to cut right back in there. You'll see that the flower is coming around over here, so I'll make a mark here that I want to cut with my scissors in there. And then over here on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. So you just kind of make yourself little marks. Now up here in this flower, we might need to do some more cutting. And then up to this leaf up here, you can kind of see how the image is coming up there. Then I'll just make some marks up here like this, and that will tell me where to place my die back down. So we'll come in here with my scissors and just kind of trim back in here. You can just do that very quickly. And you can go back a little bit further if you want, and then just cut straight out, because you'll have to have some room to lift this up. Then we'll come back over on this side, do the very same thing. Let's come down here. I'm not quite sure if we'll need to lift this up yet or not, so we'll just come down here, cut this out a little bit, trim up here. Just cut right around there, and then cut straight back out. So when we're ready to place this die right back on top, you will bring that flower right up like that, and that makes it that doesn't get cut out. And you'll see, you can kind of see that that leaf is going to get cut out. So what we'll do is bring that back, and I'm just going to cut in like this yet. I'm going to just trim around that leaf. Bring this up, cut that out, and we'll put this back into position, see if that's correct. And you know, let's kind of pull that up a little bit. If you have it on the top here, it makes that blade is not going to cut that out. And you know what I'm seeing is we'll need to cut in here so that flower lifts up a little bit. If you have a wider image, just pull it in over here, and it's a little bit easier to pull this tail up over here. Pull that up, and that's tucked in to position. So you can cut this out with any manual die cutting machine. This is how it looks once it's cut out. So you'll just take those pieces out and just pop that out of the die, and you've got this nice circle cut out. Then you can just take your fingers and just pull that flower up a little bit, and that'll give it a little nice curve if you want to do that. Some quick coloring options with this one. I like to use the Fantastics if I'm doing a little bit smaller image. The harder you press, the more shading you're going to get. I'm using the pink pastel chalk ink for the flowers and the bird's belly. And then for the bird's top, I'm using a Prussian blue chalk ink. So after you're done coloring the bird, layer it on a dark blue mat, and you can layer it on top of this decorative leafy frame. I just stamped the frame and embossed it, added a little bit of glitter, added some vintage flowers and some Posy Patch flowers. And the background, I used some decorative paper from the Posy Patch paper collection, sponged these edges, and my card was done. Another variation to this frame, or using this bird, would be using it just on the background paper like we did on this card. I just used the lilacs in the background and then set that circle on the top. So the very same technique that we used when cutting out this bird was also featured on this bunny issue. You've got this flower down here that was cut out. This bunny was cut out in an oval. And then again, we just added some vintage florals over here, colored the bunny in the background. And then this is half a doily, and this is actually a decorative butterfly corner die. And then this background paper is from the Posy Patch paper collection. You can view these products under the Sweet Serenity collection on our website at heartfeltcreations.us, and then you can also visit our blog and our gallery, and you can watch many more videos on YouTube. So we thank you for joining us, and I will see you next time.